viewers. I was just in the middle of surfing a message board on Star Trek. Speaking of which, Star Trek is one of those phenomenons that really affected popular culture. And it's perfectly understandable that something that huge would generate an equally huge fan base. Most of the Trekkies I've talked to are alright people. In fact, my next door neighbor is a Trekkie himself. His father is a Trekkie too. And I know plenty of people at work, school, and otherwise that are Trekkies as well. They're alright to talk to, they're quite friendly, and they love to talk about Star Trek. And all the beam me up Scotties and stuff. But there are just those few Trekkies out there that would be considered as elitists. In fact, these few Trekkies out there are about as elite and snobby as Borgs. Let me talk about one of them first. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. Allergies are bad today. Anyway, the first type of Trekkie elitist are the ones that insist that if you do not recite all the name, model numbers, specifications, and capabilities of all the characters, starships, weapons, planets, space stations, and whatnot in the entire Star Trek universe, you are not a Trekkie. Really? I watch Star Trek. In fact, I like Star Trek Voyager. That's my favorite series. But I'm going to be the first to admit that there is no way in all of creation that I'm going to be able to memorize all the thousands upon thousands of nuances, characters, starships, and whatnot in the Star Trek universe. It's impossible. And why should I? All I need to know are who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. Right? Now, the second type of Star Trek fan I want to talk about are what I call the nitpickers. The nitpickers. These type of Star Trek elitists are the ones that are really into Star Trek. I'm talking almost obsessively. That part of it's fine. I don't care. But it's the part where they get on the message boards and they sit there and they nitpick half to death insignificant plot holes and minor inconsistencies in the Star Trek series. Why? Why are you doing this? Why do you sit there and nitpick these little inconsistencies that mean jack diddly squat to the average chipmunk like me? These shows were meant to be enjoyed. That's first. Second of all, these shows, the entire franchise, is produced by human beings. There's going to naturally be errors and inconsistencies in anything that a human being does. Good Lord knows that we chipmunks are capable of making mistakes too. But for the most part, Star Trek is obviously successful. Look how long it's been on the air. Have these minor little inconsistent plot holes killed the entire series? No! No! They mean nothing. Half of the plot holes that you're picking on, nobody's paying attention to. So please, don't nitpick the show. Just enjoy it for what it is. Okay? Now that I've talked about the first and second Star Trek elitists out there, let's finish this off with Star Trek versus Star Wars. In comes the third type of Star Trek elitist out there. Now, for those of you who aren't really not in the know as far as Star Wars or Star Trek is concerned, there is a rivalry that is being waged between the two fan bases. It's something similar to Ford versus Chevy, Apple versus Microsoft, University of Michigan versus Ohio State. Why is there a rivalry between the two shows? I can't figure that out. Why? They're both science fiction shows meant to be just enjoyed, not to fight over. It just really... There's just something wrong with the fact that with some of the Trekkie elitists out there that think so highly of Star Trek that the very mention of Star Wars is like interrupting a Roman Catholic Mass to proclaim that you're a Satan worshiper. That's wrong. Stop this rivalry. Just enjoy the two shows for what they are, please. Don't nitpick the shows either. Just enjoy them. And who cares if the average Joe can't recite every nuance in the Star Trek universe? Stop. Just stop. Slow down. Sit back. Take a breather. And relax. And enjoy the show. That's all I have to say today.